Lisa Snyderman, and this is Conversations on Creating to Heal. And today I'm thrilled to be talking to Dennis Tsai, and he's in New Jersey. And he's a celebrated Grammy Award-winning composer, singer-songwriter, performer for more than 25 years. And he's played at beloved places such as Las Vegas, Atlantic City, as well as Carnegie Hall. And his is really a story of perseverance and triumph. So I hope that you will welcome Dennis to Conversations on Creating to Heal. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Lisa, and hello to all your listeners and viewers. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So first, I just wanted to get a better sense, maybe briefly talk about how you creatively identify yourself and just a short mission or purpose.
Great question. I guess creatively, I identify myself as a songwriter, a singer-songwriter. And in terms of mission, I've been doing this for the past 25 years. And mission-wise, I guess I'm careful to hone in on the message that my songs impart lately, and that corresponds to my journey as a musician and as a person. I write about things that I need, or that my hopes and my dreams, and things that I want to express. And I guess mission-wise, lately, my songs are about hope, about positivity, because of the world that we're living in now. It's tough to deal with what we're faced with unless it's from a position of positivity and hope. And that's what I write about. And hopefully my songs can resonate with people who hear it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great to hear the mission. And can we talk a little bit about your transformation story? So what unexpected life events, illness, or other hardships have you experienced? And how has that most significantly transformed you?
I think we all go through a lot of transformation through life, stages that we go through. And just recently, I had to deal with a loss in the family just this year, a couple of months ago. So music, which is my art form, has been very cathartic in terms of if it's all bottled up. Music, I think, connects you to something that sometimes on the surface you don't recognize, or you don't want to acknowledge. But when you go through the creative process of writing music and getting in touch with your feelings, the honesty of those feelings come out. And in terms of what recently happened to me, as far as the loss of my dad, it brought me to feelings that I never knew were there. And the honesty of that is what forces us to grow, face those feelings, how to deal with them. And it's never perfect. Sometimes the more you deny your feelings, the more you hurt yourself. So the more you acknowledge what you're feeling and the honesty of it, the better you are equipped to cope with them.
And what was it that drew you to that art form in order to express? So you're dealing with all of these issues of loss and issues of the world around you. How did you draw to your music in that case?
I grew up in a family that, speaking of my dad filled the house, or our home, with a lot of music. So I grew up appreciating different kinds of music, and being able to acknowledge that music brings out so many things in us, different emotions. The greatest thing about music is when it inspires you. So I have to say that ever since I was small growing up, my dad already connected me to the power of music. And how ironic that in his passing, it's the medium that I use to deal with it, to cope.
Yeah, ironic is one way, but fitting is another. It's a lovely.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. fitting sounds apt, very apt. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So do you get this experience that your music also helps others to heal?
I hope so. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I hope so. In healing myself, you hopefully provide a roadmap that maybe somebody could, uh, it resonates with somebody else in terms of the journey itself and the way of dealing with it. Yeah, I hope that my words, my music somehow connects to other people in letting them know that at the very least, they're not alone. You
it's a
know,
great message. Yeah.
there's hopefully there's solace in that.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit how creating, the process of creating or sharing, in your case performing, helps you heal? And how is that healing experienced? In other words, is it physical? Is it spiritual? Is it something else for you?
It's funny that you mention all those aspects in terms of music. There is the performing aspect, there is the writing aspect, there's the singing aspect. What I did notice is the performance aspect of it, which is you go out there to impart a message or to entertain. That, honestly, I haven't come to a place wherein that feels good. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I've performed ever since my loss. I've performed twice, and that's twice in a matter of 4 months. So because when you perform, there's the entertainment aspect of it, and for some reason, I haven't been inspired to do so. But the writing and the composing of music, that's still there. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, but I just focused on the fact that you mentioned all those elements. And at some point, probably I'll get back the joy of
Mm-hmm.
performing, which I guess as an artist yourself, sometimes the joy gets lost in the business of it, or it becomes work. Um, but once you realize the beauty of it and why you do it, then it becomes, second nature and something that you look for again.
Well, the way I look too is that you're experiencing the healing in the creating. It's not only in having to give that up to others, right? You're still
Correct.
experiencing it for yourself. So right now,
Right.
I'd like to invite you to share a meaningful piece of your art, something inspired by your journey. And after you share it, maybe talk a little about how creating it is helping you to heal.
One of the more meaningful songs that I've written is a song called Stronger Than Before. And it's actually the title of my third album and the title track. And that song resonates with me because sometimes we are inspired by the stories of other people. And this is an homage to the strong women in my life, or that I have come across in my journey. And the the how do you say this? Their journey inspires me because the challenges that they go through are, I would say, more difficult than the challenges in my world or for me, and how they rise above, uh, you know, how they rise above the challenges, and when they fall, they just rise back up. And that tenacity and that persistence inspired me to write a song called Stronger Than Before. And that, for me, the song says, it's never perfect. We all have our own journeys wherein we face different challenges, and those challenges define us, and how we rise above them, how we deal with them, inspires, their stories inspires other people to say that they're not alone in what they're dealing with. And what came out is it's that song that again, it's my tribute to the amazing women who have inspired me with their inner strength.
Stronger, stronger than before. I gave it all and lived through the storm. love through it all.
What about that process? What was that like for you to write that song? Did it spark something in you?
For sure. Like what I said, music connects me to something inside me that sometimes I either am not aware of or I don't acknowledge. And sometimes we all face different things that sometimes we feel like it overwhelms us, or to the point of you feel that all hope is lost, and you wonder how you're going to take that next step. And finding and knowing somebody else who has dealt with the same issues, that's what I got out of it, in terms of we are every challenge and every victory makes us stronger than the way we were before. And life is just is about that we just continually grow, become stronger. Anything that doesn't break us,
Yes.
exactly. So yeah, and honestly, the writing of music also, what inspires me again is if somebody hears it and it's either a phrase from the song that they could relate to, and they tell me about it, either emailing me or telling me that, hey, this song really spoke to them. That's what drives me also. Part of the healing is being able to know that you're also helping others. I think when you go beyond just thinking about yourself and how you affect other people, that's a very powerful sentiment to have.
I think as songwriters, that is part of our job, right? Is to take something that's personal and make it universal so that other people can feel, hey, that's me too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, thank you, Dennis, for being here today. Is there anything in your creative journey that you want to leave with the viewers, or any life lessons that perhaps you want to impart?
Part of the beauty of this musical journey is meeting people like you, people who are artistic, but they use art to, in a sense, serve a purpose, if not for themselves, but for others. So I thank you for that. And secondly, in terms of life lessons, all I can say is it's very easy to focus on the wrong thing. Nowadays, people are, not just people, but technology and groups are trying to grab your focus. And sometimes those are not the things that bring us growth, bring us positivity. In terms of life lessons, I think we have the power to decide what we choose to focus on. There's so many good things that we can focus on: love, hope, inspiration. Those things, make us grow as a person and within our community. If we can focus on those, on things that empower us, I think we could go a long way in making this world a better place, not just for us, but for future generations. For me, at least, it's choosing what you focus on.
Thank you. On those inspiring words, thank you very much for joining us, Dennis.
Thank you, Lisa.